Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. Hope you will be fine. Myself, I'm a teacher of MGSS Mohammedi Girls Secondary School, nominated to teach SSC for class 7. Seventh class with second class of 7 and chapter number 1. Before starting the lecture, please student listen to my instruction carefully. I want to instruct some instruction. Don't raise hand during the lecture. Ask question at the end of the chapter in chat box. Home task must be done in your fair copy. If there is any disconnectivity during the lecture, try to join again within 5 to 10 minutes. Don't turn on your video during the lecture, please. Civil life of Pakistan. Civil life for Pakistan. This is your first chapter, first unit of 7th class. And in the previous class, we have discussed some topics objective explain by the end of the chapter student will be able to object about art and literature, explain importance of education, define formal and informal education, discuss concept consensus of democracy, discuss about physical education and health, and discuss about waste management. We have some remaining topics, so we will discuss today. What is consensus? What is civil life? Civil life means any ordinary event or affair occurring in the life of a citizen. Civil life means our environment in our community, our responsibility, voting, pay taxes, obeying the law, being a good neighbor, and responsible citizen. And if we talk about the it means something on which everyone agree. Consensus is very important for Pakistan. It means something on which everyone agree. We have discussed in a detail with example. Here we have one example. uh, we can an example to understand this better. Let's imagine there are 30 students want to play football while 10 wants to play cricket. We can say that the minority wants to play football. Let's imagine there are 30 students in a class and there is only one playground. 20 students want to play football while 10 students to play cricket. We can say that the majority wants to play football and minority wants to play cricket. But what do they all want? They all want to play some outdoor game. Means it means something on which everyone and agree. Consensus. Consensus is not a process for determining whose ideas are best, but searching together for the best solution for the group. This is a questioning process, a cooperative process for decision making, which everyone agree to take decision. Next is art and literature. Why are art and literature? Art and literature and arts and everything from writing books, designing, building, sculpting stone, and painting on a canvas to designing fashion, designing an article, and acting to a play. The category of literature and the arts, including fashion, design, and crafts. Art and literature important for relaxation, art and expression. Arts like art is a term of an expression of creativity and imagination. It is also a relationship between the artist and audience. Literature is a art that share a story and develop a theme for the audience while it can stand alone a form of art. It also is closely related to other art forms. The purpose of art and literature, usually art and literature which are enjoyable and entertaining, are also liked by the majority of the people. Usually good entertainment is also full of hope. Both these things are very important. Ibn Safi. Ibn Safi was a novelist. His novels were about detectives solving complex cases in order to free society from crime. He wrote about 250 novels starting from 1952. Pakistan, we talk about the Pakistan, a work of art. Pakistan is one of such secret we know that the idea comes from the works of Iqbal, who was both a poet and philosopher. The uh, politics. Now we will discuss in detail. We will discuss in detail politics, democracy, religion, education, types of education, informal education and formal education, health and education, and waste management, physical fitness and health. Okay, now start topic politics. Politics, the activities associated with the governance of a country of area, especially the debate between parties having power. Politics. Here we have a one example. We have all seen sweepers cleaning the streets when coming to school every morning. We have seen all sweepers cleaning the streets when coming to school every morning. But who pays them? Who has hired them? Who pay them? Who has hired them? The local self-government of our area, most probably here, also responsible for many other things. The local self-government were introduced during the rule of South Asia. Role in South Asia. First, we will clear the concept. Uh, Local self-government means that residents in town, villages, and rural settlement are the host in their own home. People elect local councils to solve the most important issues. Local self-government means that residents in town, villages, and rural settlement are the hosts in their own home. People elect local councils to solve most important issues. The self-local government were introduced during the British rule in South Asia and have gone through many changes. Usually they comprise of three levels: union, tehsil, and district. Usually they comprise of three levels: union, tehsil, and district. The government of a province is responsible for looking after the entire province. The government of the country is responsible for the whole country. Local self-government was introduced during the British rule, and its mean that residents in town, villages, and rural settlement are the host in their own homes. People elect local councils to solve the important issues. The government of a province is responsible for looking after the entire province, and the government of the country is responsible for the whole country. Democracy. Democracy means everyone. The democracy itself means rule by the people. A democracy is a system where people can change their rule in a peaceful manner. Democracy is a system where people can changes their rules in a peaceful manner, and the government is given the right to rule. In a simple term, democracy means by the people for the people. Consensus of democracy, consensus Islam, we will discuss in detail form. First, we discuss religion. The belief in the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. Religion, the belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal god or gods. Consensus of democracy, consensus Islam, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. The belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal God or gods. The Quran, religion, the Quran is an invention for humanity to work toward common goals. The Quran is an invention for humanity to work toward common goals. In the Allahabad Address, 1930, when Iqbal explained his idea of modern state, he mentioned that the Quran declared, O people of the book, come let us join together on the word. O people of the book, come let us join together on the word. Unity of God that is common to all us. In order to unite humanity, Muslims should first be unite among themselves. Muslims should be unite among themselves. This means rising above differences, expecting and respecting each other views and agreeing upon a common ideas for the betterment of the national. In the Quran, God has asked believer to be unite and not create disunity. Religion can be a source of unity for any nation. Any nation. Religion can be a source of unity for any nation, but it's especially important for Pakistan. God has asked believers to be united and not create disunity. Religion can 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 be a source of unity for our nation, but it is especially important for Pakistan. Consensus of democracy, the majority of the people are given chance to make decision. We talk about the consensus of democracy means the majority of the people are given to chance to make decision. Democracy means that these governments should be chosen by the people. Government should be chosen by the people for the people. And this is the system which Pakistan decided to have when the objective resolution was passed by Assembly in 1949. Democracy means that these governments should be chosen by the people themselves, and this is the system which Pakistan decided to have when the objectives resolution was passed by the Assembly in 1949. Consensus of democracy, the majority of people are given a chance to make decision. Consensus in Islam. Consensus is Islam. To talk about the consensus of Islam, Allama Iqbal explained the importance of consensus Islam. Alam. Allama Iqbal explained the importance of consensus Islam while talking about his country to the people of America in 1950. The first Prime Minister of Pakistan, Liaquat Ali Khan, said about consensus in Islam, Pakistan stands firm because the Muslims who form the majority of its 18 million people have an ideology of their own which we call the Islamic way of life. This is not a new ideology. It is a body of faith, tradition, and belief which has been a part of Me's heritage for over 1300 years. We believe that this ideology, when applied to statecraft and the conduct of human affairs, is born to promote human welfare. We believe in democracy, that is to say, in the right of people to be governed by their own chosen representative in social and economic justice and in equal opportunities for all citizens of whatever race or creed they may be. We believe in democracy, to say that is to say that is right to people to be governed by their own chosen representative in social and economic justice and equal opportunities for all citizens of whatever race or creed they may be. We don't have to present this ideology to our people a new manifesto. The principle I have stated up are the part parcel of Islam, and when we say that we want to follow the Islamic way of life, Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. 5% of population of Pakistan follow other religion, including Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. There are also six Ahmadis Jews. The objective resolution grant equal right to all of them. The objective resolution grant equal right to all of them, while presenting the idea of Pakistan in the Allahabad Address in 1930. Iqbal said the following with regard to the followers of other religion: it is my duty, according to the teaching of the Quran, even to define their place of worship if need be. 5% of population of Pakistan follows other religion, including Hinduism, Zoroastrianism, and Christianity. There are also six Ahmadis Jews. The objective resolution grant equal rights to all of them. Education. Education, the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at a school or university. Education means the process of receiving or giving systematic instruction, especially at school or college or universities. If we meet a peasant who cannot read or write, we meet a peasant who cannot read or write but can recite the work of Shah Abdul Latif Bhatai or Wahid Shah in Sindhi or Punjabi, will you consider him or her to be uneducated? No. Islam is a religion of moderation. It gives importance to literacy, reading or writing, but it does not tell us to disregard the illiterate. We must remember that there are two types of education: formal education and informal education. The modern world is now beginning to realize that both types are equal important. Education, Islam is a religion of moderation. It gives importance to literacy, reading or writing, but it doesn't tell us to disregard the illiterate. You must remember that there are two types of education: formal education and informal education. In, informal education. Informal education means everything which one learn outside. Informal education means everything which one learn outside school, colleges, and universities. And formal education is received in educational institutions such as school, colleges, and universities. Informal education means everything which one learned outside school, colleges, or universities. In this sense, our whole life is a process of informal education. We can learn at home, at place of worship, hospitals, market, museum, and cinemas. Informal education means everything which one learn outside school, colleges, or universities. In this sense, our whole life in a process of informal education. We can learn at home, or other places like worship, hospitals, markets. In the formal education is received in educational institutes such as school, colleges, and universities. Formal education is received in educational institution. It's a proper institution process. Formal education is received in educational institution which as schools, colleges and university. It may consist of many subjects which follow a carefully designed syllabus. Formal education consists of many subjects which follow a carefully designed syllabus. Education helps us make the best use of our mind, soul, and body. Health and education. Education improves health because it increases effective agency, enhancing a sense of personal control that encourage and enable a health lifestyle. What happened to a bicycle if it is not used for a long time? So what will be happen if a bicycle is not used for long time? We have all seen how machines become rusty if they are not used for a long time. If they are not used properly, our body also a machine and must be used properly. That is why in school there are weekly period of PT or PE. PT means physical training and PE means education, physical education, physical training or physical education. Health and education are often seen are as related to each other. Health and education are often seen as related to each other. One is about making the best use of our physique, while the other is about making the best use of our mind and feelings. In the past, people used to do most of work with hands. In the past, now we have machineries, new modern technology. But in a previous time, in a past, people used to do most of the work with hand. Did a lot of exercise. At the same time, people become easier as more machine were invented and physical labor become less. So that the modern time, some people don't get involved in any physical work at all. For this reason, the concept of physical exercise, swimming, and going to the gymnasium is become a very popular for the physical exercise. For this reason, the concept of physical exercise, swimming, and going to the other gymnasium is become a very popular. Men and women who work in offices and don't have to do much physical work usually make it a habit to do some physical exercise in their free time. Waste management. Waste management, the proper removal of waste and litter from villages, towns, and cities. In the modern world, this deserve more important than it usually guaranteed. Waste management means the proper removal of waste and litter from villages, towns, and cities. In the modern world, this deserve more importance than is usually guaranteed. Waste and litter are dangerous as they often contain items that can pollute and create health ha- hazard. Another big issue is the toxic or poisonous waste that include chemical used in factories. These can get into water, suppliers, and the cause serious diseases. There is the concept of the recycling. It is a good practice to reuse or recycle some of the waste to save natural resources. There is a concept of recycling. It is a good practice to reuse or recycle some of the waste to save natural resource. Next is physical fitness and health. In simple terms, physical fitness refer to the ability to the body to adapt to external environment and cope with daily activities. There are two kinds of physical fitness, namely health-related physical fitness and sports-related physical fitness. Physical fitness and health are important aspects of modern life due to literacy and lack of awareness is developing countries like Pakistan. Proper emphasis is something not given to these areas. Physical fitness involves regular exercise in order to keep our body in a good working condition. Physical fitness involves regular exercise in order to keep our body in a good working condition. Just as every machine needs to be take care, so our body requires proper attention. Regular exercise and physical activities promote strong muscles and bones. It improves health and overall health. It also reduces diabetes and health diseases. Regular exercise and physical fitness and health. Regular exercise is most important for our physique, for our muscles, for our bones. It improves health and overall health. It also reduces diabetes and heart diseases. Now I'm going to share homework. This homework you have to done in your favorite copy. First question is, what do you understand by the term of consensus? And the second question, first question, the term of consensus, this answer on page number one. You can see the page number textbook, your textbook, the page number one. Second paragraph, consensus means something on which everyone agree, and here is a example. So you can write with the help of example the term of consensus. Why art and literature important? You can write with the help of slide. I'm showing the slide again. The purpose of art and literature. Why art and literature are important? Usually, art and literature which are enjoyable and entertaining are also liked by the majority of people. Usually, good entertainment is also full of hope. Both this thing is very important. And the third question is define formal and informal education. So you can define with the help of this slide informal education and formal education. Differentiate between formal education and informal education. Okay. There are only three questions in the both classes.